Hello, good evening and a very warm welcome to the Hot Seat. In the Hot Seat tonight is the President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, U.R. De Silva, Uday Rohan, but better known as U.R. De Silva. That's a bit of a branded name, isn't it, Mr. De Silva?
That's correct, yes. When I was schooling, all people said Uday Rohan.
Right.
So thereafter, when I was called to the bar, this name was not good for the legal profession. Right. I thought I should change that into UR. That's a branded name. So the legal profession, everybody knows that when you say you are the man.
I see. Well, wonderful. Now then, tell me, Mr. De Silva, President of the Bar Association, congratulations, obviously.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And very well done. Now then, the law's delays. Why is it that on average 900,000 cases within our Sri Lankan judicial system is carried forward to the next year? This is on average. And yet we find courts only working for part of the time, for part of the day. If they, I've done a small calculation, if everybody works another 2 hours, that means no overtime, you know, just 2 hours. Instead of finishing at 3, they can finish at 5, like most reasonable workers do. If they worked another 2 hours, we could achieve a 40% reduction in the cases being transferred out or to the next, carried forward to the next year. That's one statistic. The other, of course, is that if you could have separate court for the traffic offences, where you know that because you've ended up in court, you're now virtually going to be fined for that. And that would then reduce the workload even further, giving valuable time to the magistrates and the judges and so on to look into the more onerous and more serious cases that have more time. So why is it that these very simple things, plus of course one other point is the the computerization or having e-courts. Now, why is the Sri Lankan judicial system left behind in a time warp? Why are we so backward? Why are there all these delays?
Yeah, the reason behind is that the attitude should be changed.
Right. So
that is the main reason, as you quite correctly pointed out. As a layman, you have pinpointed the correct ways, but unfortunately at the moment the judges are in a position to work, but beyond their control, we have to postpone most of the cases. For example, if the prosecution is not ready with the case when the trial is going to be taken up, and if the prosecution counsel says that I am not ready because of the witnesses are not present and the productions are not there and my documents are not available in court, then there is no other option but to postpone it for another date. So
but some of these people use postponements for their advantage because they don't want justice to be done.
But we can't say that everything will happen in that way.
Not everything.
There are people, there are lawyers, there are judges, and there are litigants also. They want somehow or other to drag this. But the main reason behind was that are we ready to do these things in a way that all people can get together, say yes, you all are doing a good job. So for that purpose we have suggested, in fact when I was appointed as the Bar Association President, firstly I suggested that we should have this pre-trial stage where for us now we must go before the judge, State Council and the defense lawyer, then they should come together and discuss this particular case, whether we should proceed further or whether the documents are ready, whether your witnesses are available, and then if there is no shortcut possible, we say shortcut in the sense that without going to trial, if we can conclude the case for putting a plea, like so for a lesser offense, if we can plead guilty to the charge and then get a
all designed to save time.
Save time, and then if the proceedings are available, though that is also a main concern for us, because if we are ready to take up the matters day-to-day basis or in very short day are given, and then it can be taken up in a very polite way. But unfortunately we can't do that because the stenographers are not there to type the proceedings. If the proceedings are not available, we can't proceed the case. So that is the main.
Can't we have, in this day and age of touch phones and Google loons and all sorts of things, where technology is so advanced, why can't we have voice recognition software and the latest computers that will be able to pick everything up and produce the transcript?
I am thankful to you. It is my dream. So I have suggested that the judge can record the judgment on the when he was on the bench itself, and then it can be, as you said, the voice recording is there, and automatically it will be there.
I must say this to you, that within the customs department, and when they have their inquiries, like a court, and they have this latest technology, and it's all done very nicely electronically. There's no argument about who said what and so on, and so all we need to do is replicate that throughout all the courthouses in this country.
That's right. So that is the best way of curtailing these problems, because if we have that type of system, then very easy, we don't have to wait till the proceedings are there, and we can go home and then look at the computer, and thereafter we can get ready for the cases, and from the chambers we can type our submissions, and then e-filing system is there. So that was suggested by us, but at the moment they are considering it, but it will take some time.
Who's they?
The minister is going to do that, but at the moment
is this minister committed to?
Yes, he is very, very committed to that, and he wants to do it, and the secretary also knows these things, and then
how much money is this all going to cost?
That's the main issue.
There's no money
at the moment. We have
how
to spend a lot of
money. How many, what's the estimate?
I can't say for us that. Of course, that's up
less than 13 billion rupees.
You are considering about the bonds and
that's right. That's right. Well, I know. So the whole country knows the amount now.
Yes.
Well, okay. On that note, we'll take a short break. Don't go away, because after all, this is the Hot Seat, helping you stay connected. And welcome back to the Hot Seat. Tonight in the Hot Seat is the President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, Mr. U.R. De Silva. Mr. De Silva, as a legal man, you cannot possibly miss the fact, often claimed, but it is a fact, that so much of drugs, contraband, controlled drugs, are available within the prison system.
Yeah, I am most proud to say that this was detected by one of my clients. I was the first person in 1985 for us brought to the notice of court that drugs are inside the prison. So judges, they were not in a position to believe that, but subsequent inquiry revealed that there were. So from that point onwards, it's happening. But unfortunately, we can't control it because of the people who are working there. So the prison authorities, that they are trying to do their best. Unfortunately, some officers who are there, they want somehow or other to get some money, and allowing the people to take drugs inside the prison. And there are a lot of good market also available inside the prison, because if you can send drugs there inside the prison, so it's very expensive, and you can get a lot of money. So that is why most of the people, somehow or other, there are people who are being caught by the prison authorities, but unfortunately they are carrying on that. This is like phone calls, so they detect and they apprehend a lot of people, but it's continuously doing.
This obviously has an impact on rehabilitation.
That's correct.
So on.
So problem is that if you are sending them for the purpose of sending to remand prison, this will happen, because they get to know the way they should handle these drugs and how they could send them to the prisons, and when they come out, they use those tactics, and then they are continuing to do so. That is the thing that most of the judges should know, that for the sake of remanding a person is not the correct way. If you can release those people on bail and then with conditions, then this is not a punishment where when he was produced before the judge. So if you are going to send for the sake of sending, it's a punishment. So if the law provides the judges to grant them on bail, what they can do is they can release them on bail on condition. What we expect is let them come to court on the correct date and then appear before court. If they are satisfied with it, then easily they will be released on bail. So unfortunately, we are not doing so. That is the real trouble, because now most of the people, when they go, the people who are there languishing in remand for years and years, they know that they can't come out, and then they take these people into their territory, and then they teach them. I always say it's like a university where they can learn a lot of things inside the prison house. So we must think whether we are doing a correct thing. Instead of that, as you quite correctly pointed out, if we can rehabilitate those people without sending them to jail or to prison, then we can get more people into society, and then they will, when they are rehabilitated, they will come to know how to live in a peaceful way. And there are a lot of areas where they can learn a lot of things from the authorities. So the important point would be, we must somehow or other try to implement these rehabilitation programs.
I see. Very quickly, what do you have to say about the new super prison that is supposed to be opening in just outside Tangol in Angunukola Palace?
Yes. Now, already they have shifted the Bogambar prison to Pallekali, and now they are working on it, and then the new prison also they are going to have it. So if they have more facilities to separate the convicted prisoners and the remand prisoners, I think that would be the main cause for these things, and we can solve most of the problems we have at the moment.
Thank you for that explanation about that. But the drug problem within the prison system is actually very poor. It's very bad condition.
And then the most of the people who are working there, prison officers, they should be informed that you are doing a wrong thing, and I don't know why they are doing it, because they know that it will cause a lot of damage to the society as well.
They probably get paid a lot of money.
That's the thing. So strict laws should be implemented. Otherwise, it will be a continuous thing.
On that note, thank you for that. We'll be back after this short break. Don't go away, because after all, this is... And welcome back to the Hot Seat. This evening, we are joined by the President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, Mr. U.R. De Silva. Now, Mr. De Silva, another point that I wanted to ask you. Legal aid. There's an awful lot of people who go to court, from the most mundane to the most serious. Some people haven't even come to court yet for even worse things, like serious financial crimes. But those investigations are going on, and their time will come, I suppose. But in the meantime, what about legal aid?
It's a good concept, and then at the moment Legal Aid Commission is there. That's a permanent commission. I was a commissioner up to I was appointed.
What did you all do during that time?
So that we will do a lot of things to the poor people that were, and especially needy people, and
in need of legal services.
That's right. And so for everybody, if they want to get some knowledge about the laws, then they can come and ask any questions from us, and we are ready to help them. And we have lot of branch offices. They are inside the court premises. We have our branch offices. So we have our legal officers there, and then staff is also there. So if somebody wants to get some sort of advice from us, then they don't have to come to Colombo. They can go to the nearest courthouse and see the Legal Aid Commission and office, and then they can get their services done. But as far as the cases are concerned, if you want to file a case from the Legal Aid Commission, then we have some sort of restrictions, and some areas only we are working on it. So that especially the divorce cases we are filing, and maintenance cases, and claim inquiries. So those areas we will file our papers and then proceed with the case and get the relief done. But the advice is concerned, we are, whether he is having money or not, we are not concerned about, and if they are asking any help, we will certainly help them to do so. So Legal Aid Commission is doing a great job, and at the moment it has been recognized by the government as well, and they have given us a lot of money to help these vulnerable people.
And how fares this help to vulnerable people? Is it going well?
Yes, because a lot of people, the only thing is they don't know that this is being done. So we know we need more publicity. That's why we say that if the publicity is available, a lot of people will come to us and they get their things done. So now we have this legal the law week also conducted by the Bar Association, and in that particular law week the Legal Aid Commission plays a major role there, and so most of the people, they will come to the relevant Legal Aid Commission officers during that period, because we give more publicity. But at the same time we must inform the public that if you need anything with regard to law, you can go to the nearest courthouse and get the services done.
I see. So there'll be no charge for them?
No charge, nothing.
So around the country, how many lawyers do you think that the legal aid scheme?
No, we have 64 branch officers, so they are legal officers are there right around the country. In each and every courthouse we have a branch office, and then the important point would be for us that the lawyers who are practicing in that particular courthouse will help us to do free legal aid cases.
I see.
And even the President Council, they are ready to do so. If we ask their help, they are ready to come forward and do their best.
Well, that's wonderful news, because they do cost an arm and a leg, don't they? Well, that's good news. So legal aid you're hopeful of introducing it more and more?
More and more, because the Bar Association also get in touch with them, and then we are working together, and we give more publicity to the people, and then they in future also we have a lot of other areas where we want to go and meet the public officers and to enhance their knowledge. So that is also free of charge. We are going to do it, and then we must have some sort of legal aid clinics, and that is why we ask from your help. And at the moment I think the MTV is ready to help us by going to the poor people and then give our legal aid services to them.
Good, thank you very much for that thing. And now then, a touchy subject towards the end of our program: the police, human rights, and me, Tota Mulla. Now then, isn't it ironic that the people who attacked the demonstrators are today sent to protect those very same people?
So you are combining with that for us in a nice way, but I don't think there is some sort of connection with regard to that. Police are doing their
so, but
best,
okay, so that they're doing their best today.
Yeah.
But are they doing their best when they were firing?
When the authorities asked them to do so, they don't have any other alternative but
so they just do their job.
They do their job, and we have discussed with them whether you are doing a right thing or not, but they say that we have to adhere to our senior officers and to the authorities as well. So because of that we did it, but unfortunately we are not confirming it, or we are not say it's correct, but they have done it, and then they are repenting. But at the moment they are helping to the people, and even the bar association today we have had a management committee meeting, and we have decided to go and help the people who wants their documentation cleared, because most of the people, they need to get their documents. Most important documents are missing. So how are they going to get those documents? So bar association ready to do that in connection with in association with the Legal Aid Commission, and we have informed them. So in due course we are going to do so, and furthermore, Firas, if they need to go to courts and do something, so to get damages, certainly we are ready to do so without a cent. Right. So it's free. It's free of charge. Free of charge. So it's called legal aid, and then we have a separate committee where the public interest litigation is concerned. So that committee chairman Dr. Rodrigo met me today, and he informed me that he is ready to file cases if the people are ready to come forward and ask our help. So we will inform them, and we will send the message across, and if they are ready to do so, certainly without any fee, the lawyers are ready to help those people.
Thank you very much. That's excellent. And last and final question. Don't the people of Totamulla have human rights?
Yeah.
They have.
Then
so
already they have gone to courts. Yes. Unfortunately, as you quite correctly pointed out, the law's delays prevented them getting the best out of that. But very unfortunate.
Is it the law's delays, or is it that the politicians are fixing things in such a way?
No, the law's delays, they used that they took the advantage of that, and they asked time to solve this problem, but they haven't done anything. So the politicians, they did the wrong thing, but I think now at the moment we should do something permanently, otherwise it will be a problem forever.
And the problem to be waiting to happen, of course, would be in the Umaoya project.
That's right.
Because the government have still not rehoused these people, and they might as well do it pronto, because if not, the mountains may collapse and we'll have another calamity. And you'll be out here being interviewed about that.
Same thing.
You are De Silva. Thank you very much, President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, and good luck in your tenure.
Thank you.
And we hope that you'll come back on our show and tell us your achievements at the end of, let's say, shall we say 6 months?
Yes.
Is that a good time?
No, 3 months time.
3 months.
Because we are working on it at the moment.
We shall put you in the diary for 3 months. Our producer Azra will do that. Thank you very much. And on that note, that's it from the Hot Seat tonight. So take care and good night.